So the Dr. Genty you guys are seeing, here's the real Dr. Genty. I will make it. I will never fake it. You're gonna get the realness of me because I want to make sure that I'm coming from a place of love and compassion, not a place of perfection. So as I was talking before I will go into this whole script and talking about the program, is that the total body restoration right now, the 4 month program, it's not only a healing container. This is my, how would I say this, my life's work. Because I have been on this journey for 11 years, maybe more. And I have like folders and documents. That was before Google Space Works. And I have like in my phone notes that I documented of things that actually work for me on this journey that no other doctors are talking about. And I'm going to share with you all a few pieces, a few assets of this program, and my goal, as you're watching this live or watching the replay to see how amazing this program is, how if you continue on this journey, like for those of you that are returning, that I'm inviting to return, which is I literally would love for you to say yes to this new version of TBR. And if you receive a video from me, you're gonna see why as I go behind the scene and show you the whole thing. But this program is a work of art because when it comes to healing, it's not just giving you pills, supplements, and a meal plan. Absolutely not. That is not what healing entails. That is not healing. If you want a pill, if you want a medication, go to your conventional doctors. They'll be more than happy. They actually will beg you to take the medication. They're like, here, take it. If you want a supplement, you can go to a holistic doctor or you can go to Dr. Google. Now that AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini is very popular now, you can AI your way to supplement. But when it comes to healing, you want to be in a container that has different pieces that will guide you to this healing process. Now, before I go into this, there's nothing wrong with the past version of total body restoration. What's make a difference now because I'm actually studying what is happening. I'm studying my patients. That's why I communicate with all of you on a weekly basis. That's why I'm creating this community where you're sharing. That's why I give you the access to send me private message on Practice Better if you don't want to put the information on the group. But I'm studying, but also I'm in a group of other practitioners and I know I'm hearing how they are struggling. The patients are struggling, they're not getting results, and they are actually diagnosing what is happening with the patients. So I'm taking this information and I'm like, oh, okay, let me put it back into TBR. Gone the days where you just go to a doctor and take pills. It does not work. Taking pills will never work. If it did, then all the patients that are coming to my practice with a bag of supplements, they all be healed. I saw a patient who came, she was on 14 supplements. She had a supplement for everything. One for energy, one for her bloating, one for her inflammation. Like she has 14 supplements. And she tried a lot. She's currently spending $500 on supplements. And she's like, I don't understand, Dr. Genty. Why am I not feeling better? So there's a system of you healing your body that no other doctors are talking about. So everything I'm going to share with you today is not something I get from any protocols. This is my own personal creation. When I sit with myself and I ask for guidance and I'm studying and I'm looking what is going around, I find strategies. Sometimes I don't know where I come up with these things. Marilyn will tell you, I'm like, oh, we should do like I have one document that's in the program. I have a few documents that, again, you don't have access to in the 3 months, you have access in the 4 month. Those are the things that I do, but I never really thought about putting it into paper. And then I had to sit back. I'm like, how do I feel this good? I do not take pills. I do IVs, and I'm being very honest with you. But you will not see Dr. Genty sitting here taking a whole bunch of pills. That is why in Total Body Restoration, I give you a handful of supplements. And then once you're done with those, we move on to the other ones. So we're not taking a pill, maybe one or two, the daily vitality, we all need it until we actually get to the phase where your body is amazing, then you can reduce that. But there's certain supplements, maybe two or three you'll be taking throughout the whole journey, but we're not taking the same supplements from phase one and bring them to phase two and bring them to phase three. That's like a lot of supplements. That is not happening. So as you are listening to this, or you're watching this on YouTube, you're listening to the podcast, I want you to really sit and be like, okay, what is required for me to heal? What is it that I was doing before that did work or what not working anymore? How is medicine now? How are the viruses evolving? The toxins are evolving. What is happening outside? Because people are not only sick, they are staying sick. People are struggling. A lot of people are losing hope because they don't have a solution. They don't know what the solution is. So my goal and our team, like the Wellness Corner's goal, is to be loud about this. Loud. Because it is not fair to those people that are struggling to have this, and this is my life's work to just keep it to myself and just package it and put it somewhere. It's not fair. So of course, our goal is to give you the information and tell you how we've been helping people. And I think the current patients that are on the call now can attest that they came to me with a lot of energy. They felt better. They came to me with a lot of gut issues. They have less bloating. Like there are some improvements that people are feeling or experiencing within the first 2 weeks of total body restoration. So imagine spending 4 months with me really looking at this. I work because I'm like, okay, and I assess every single aspect of my health. I'm like, what did I do to make me feel this way? And I write it down. What did I do to make me, and I write it down. And I write it down. These are the things you cannot Google. Like you cannot find them online. What I'm gonna be sharing with you, what's in the program. And when I looked at the program, I have a monster program, and I'm like, this is very overwhelming. Let's just restructure in it. Let's just guide in it. And as you go through the behind the scenes, because I am gonna share the portal with you, not only for the current patients, for the new ones, for the ones that are joining us, for you to see the changes. Because when people hear total body restoration, the question I get is like, what's different about it? Liver detox. No, it's not liver detox. It's not kidney detox. No way, Jose. Now, it's month number 2. You're going to be working on the lymphatic system, your kidneys, your liver. Yes, of course. I mean, if we did the Vibrant test or we did any test, we have a lot of work to do. 3 months, not enough. I'm not going to lie to you, it's not enough. So you're going to have to decide like how you want to move forward and the support, if it's really worth it, if it's like a good value to you. But also ask yourself, can I do this on my own? Can you do this on your own? Absolutely. You can do this on your own and do trial and error like I did. That's what I did. I did not have a doctor to, like, functional medicine wasn't even a thing 11 years ago. Now it is because of patients like yourself. You are showing up to holistic doctors, integrative doctors, naturopathic doctors. You're like, hey, I don't want to take this pill. What other solutions do you have for me? Or you've been through a lot of medical injustice, you've taken a lot of medications, and you're not seeing improvement, you're seeing decline, and you just say you want to put a stop to it. And that's when your soul and the intuition says there must be something out there, and then you Google and you find functional medicine near you. Medicine is changing. Insurance is changing. Like insurance will not cover a lot of things anymore. Insurance covers the basic. And basic is not what's going to tell you what is wrong with you. So know that every changes, every edit, every modification that I make is because of my current patients. Because I take time and I study what is going on. I'm in a few functional medicine group practitioners with only practitioners, and I hear their struggles. And every time when I get off those calls, I'm like, thank God, I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful that my people are seeing result within the first few weeks. And the other thing too, you're gonna see it with total body restoration, which I was talking to Marilyn before you guys started joining us. I don't know any doctor's office where you have access to the doctor Monday to Friday, 9 to 4. If you guys can find a healing container when you actually can send a message to the doctor, not a coach, not a health coach, there's a difference. Health coach, yes, but the doctor itself, the person that went to school for 16 years, and you get an answer, and that doctor uses her brain to work for you, please send me the information. Because I've been told by my colleagues that I am doing a lot. They're like, these people paid you that much money and you still have access to you, like you're not valuing your time, your energy. I'm like, no, because I always want to be the doctor that I would love for myself. I have a lot of anxiety. Y'all don't see that because I know how to regulate my nervous system. And that's a huge part of the program. I'm literally telling you how I do it. Even this past week, if you in total body restoration now, I did a video how Marilyn and I are going through a lot. But whenever you come to Wellness Corner and J, there's a smile on my face because I want to be a light for you all. I want to bring hope. But is life happening outside of wellness? Yeah. Is my life perfect? Absolutely not. But one thing I know for sure, I know how to manage my nervous system. I know how to keep that system in check. I know how to reduce stress. And I don't do it taking Xanax. I do not do it taking medication. I do not do it taking any pill. I go within and I do the work. Like I'm never too busy to work on myself. And it is so sad when people tell me they're too busy. I'm like, what? So when you say you're too busy, you're choosing to stay the same. It's like I don't value myself. I'm not worth the outcome, the result. I'm not worth focusing on me because I'm too busy. But yet, when somebody else is sick, your child is sick, your spouse is sick, no, that you drop everything. You drop everything to help that person, but yet you're too busy. So, what's the major change? Again, I'm going to go through the whole thing. The major change about TBR is how it is structured. And then my 11 years of non supplementation strategies that I'm going to share with you. My life right now is beautiful with all the contrast, with all the circumstances, with all the challenges. But you know why? Because I'm in control and I know how to make it beautiful. I do not subscribe to the stress that is happening in life. I know what to do to speak to my nervous system and say, hey, we're not doing that here today. And that's the major change. But I'm going to share with you. So we're going to get going. And at the end, for those that are like new to my work, and because I know I attract patients, people like myself that are like, oh, I don't know, this is got a lot of money. Like, I don't know if you're going to get results. And I'm also going to give you another option. I'm going to give you two options today. But of course, the goal is TBR. But for a lot of people, they want to feel safe first before they can invest in themselves. And then the other option is just going to be to consult with cause intensive with me so we can actually talk, so I can actually one-on-one explain to you and help you see that you are more than ready for this journey. All right, so this is the formal introduction. So I want to thank you all for trusting me with this moment because it is late at night and you decided to be here. You could have been anywhere else, but you said, no, I'm going to learn how this wonderful healing container can contribute to my journey, how I'm going to get results, or if you're a current patient, how I'm going to continue getting results. What is the major change about this, and how this doctor, Dr. Genty, can guide me to feeling better. So I'm just going to preface this. This Zoom info session is not about selling harder. I don't convince anybody. Like, I am not here to convince you because at the end of the day, whatever decision you make today, tomorrow, next year, you still have to sit and with the symptoms, you just have to, like, it's a decision. You still have to sit with the consequences, which is the symptoms, really. But this today is about restoring safety, trust, and clarity for the people who want help but are afraid to choose again. Because trust me, many of us know the investment we need to make in ourselves. But when it comes to the financial piece or the lack of trust because you've been through so many things, you kind of step back. Again, I'm talking to the old version of me. That used to be me. So we're going to go over a few things. I help high functioning women whose bodies feel like they are breaking down. I help them restore the energy, the hormones, metabolism, nervous system so they can feel clear, strong, and in control. If that's you, then this is perfect for you. So, in other words, I really restore energy and resilience in driven women whose bodies are breaking down. It is not fun when you have to deal with the symptoms on a daily basis. And a lot of them is poor nervous system management. And at first, with the few versions of TBI, I was afraid of talking about nervous system. Like, who are you to talk about nervous system? You're the doctor. You're not a nervous system expert. That was me. I'm being honest with you. I'm like, oh, are they really gonna care? But when I'm seeing people and I'm like, oh my God, your nervous system is in overdrive. What is happening? Like when my patients are doing well and then life happens because somebody's sick or they have to do whatever, the nervous system kicks in, overdrive. When I'm doing the hormone test and cortisol is like this, right? The stress, that also affects your nervous system. So I said to myself, I can't no longer hold back this information because a lot of people know exactly what to do, But the fact that they don't know how to manage the stress, manage the nervous system, manage the brain, they go into panic for everything because the brain is like, we're not safe, panicking. So my goal is to really show patients how to just step back, welcome the thoughts, whether it's serving you, not serving you, step back and just question everything that your brain is giving you. I question everything. Even with this info session, I'm like, do I really need to do this info session? I'm like, are they really gonna care? Like, this is like 6 p.m. Are they really gonna show up? So my brain says nobody's gonna show up. I question, I'm like, that's okay though. Because I'm gonna talk to the people that need to hear this. So we're not doing it for the masses, we're doing it for the few selected people. And whoever felt called to watch the replay will watch the replay. So my brain said, don't do it. Don't do it. You already like, why are you doing all this work? I question everything. Everything. So before I teach anything, before I show you or explain to you anything at all about TBR, I want to acknowledge something though. Again, we are talking to the version of you who's sitting here on this call because you are here because you want to heal. And some of you have been tired of being disappointed. I deal with those patients too. You've tried a lot of things. You invested a lot before and you hoped before. But part of you is still listening with interest. And sometimes you might be guarded, like, oh, what is she talking about? This doesn't make sense. Oh my God, I felt triggered. But that makes sense and that is okay. As I mentioned today, and any time in my whole career, I'm not here to convince people, right? I'm here to deliver the information to you and show you how this program, for however long it's been in existence, has been helping and supporting my patients. And now we're about to take it to a whole other level now. So I want to be honest with you because many people don't say no to healing because they don't, it's not because they don't really need the help. They say no because they've tried a lot of things, as I mentioned. And if you're here and you're hearing this for the second time, I'm going to keep repeating myself and I'm doing it on purpose. Stay with me. Just stay with me. We're going to get to the good stuff. It's because your soul is guiding you. Do you guys know that you do things, you don't do things by accident, it's because you do things because you're being guided? I'm not being religious and spiritual or whatever, but I'm telling you, you have that nudge inside of you that tells you what to do every second. We have two types of voices, and I'm not saying you're crazy. Please listen to me. We have the one that's guiding you, specifically when you fall down, that's going to help you get up, back up. And you have the one that's telling you the things that are not serving you, that's keeping you safe. A lot of us are not growing in our personal life, in our career, in our whatever lives, because we listen to this one. That's the one that was programmed, that was louder, and that's the one we give authority. So know that when I tell my patients in total body restoration to sit with themselves, we're going to quiet down the voice that we don't want to hear. We want to listen to the one that's actually serving you. So let me tell you why TBR exists. Again, if you're a current patient of mine, you already know I talk about it. It was like a 7-day detox kidney program. It went to a month because people are doing amazing. And then I'm like, wow, people are doing amazing. We move it to 2 months and then 3 months. Now it's 4 months. I didn't create TBR because I wanted another program. I created Total Body Restoration because I kept watching good people fail in systems that never ever designed to support well healing. If you know what systems I'm talking about, you know what system I'm talking about. So people, women specifically, were given protocols without context. People would come to me like, Dr. Genty, I just paid $2,000 for a whole bunch of supplements. I'm like, what? There's no context. Even the other day, I was talking to a patient who was put on medication and she doesn't want to be on the medication. They told her, oh, we take you off in a few months. Like a few months is how many months? Even yesterday, I saw a gentleman yesterday on a blood pressure medication that's actually giving him a lot of side effects. And he wants to get off the medication. And they were supposed to take him off the medication a year ago. And guess what? It's been 2 years. So people are given protocols, treatments, medications without context. They are given supplements without structure, like, hey, take this. Like, what do we have to establish, evaluate it's working? Like, the supplement industry is a $1 billion industry. Everybody in the mamas can have a supplement. How do we know it's working? Or they're getting diets without nervous system safety. Take this meal plan, eat this meal plan. No, you can Google the diet. So education without implementation and support. Like this lady came to me with a list of to-dos, eat this, don't eat that. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot of education. So where's the implementation support? Because you can watch all the YouTube videos, all the podcasts with all the books, but how are you implementing it? You need to embody the work. I embody the work, and I'm going to show you exactly how we do it in total body restoration. We do it through the challenges. So although it's in the program for you to use as needed, but every so often, twice a year, maybe now we're gonna do it every month or so, every 2 months, we're gonna do it together so you can embody it. That's the word, embodiment. So women were like failing. It's not because they weren't disciplined, sorry, it's because they didn't have the healing and the support. And healing was fragmented. Take this to this, and I'll see you in 3 months. No, absolutely not. It's not gonna work. Healing doesn't break down because you didn't try. It breaks down because the container wasn't strong enough. You need to work with someone that's going to be there for you, that's going to support you, that's not going to leave you stranded, that you can have access to, that you can reach out to. That's healing. Someone that has the results that you're looking for. That is healing. Like when you see me, you're not going to say, oh my God, look at her, she's overweight. Her gut is big. She looks so tired. Like you're not going to see me. Like when I'm giving people strategies, I give them a laundry list of, I explain. It's like because my brain is like, tell them this, tell them that. I never say, hey, do this, like one word. There's always education in how to implement the thing when I ask questions because the minute I see something for my patients, my brain goes to work. That is healing. So let's be honest about why most people's bodies do not heal. I want to be very honest with you. And this is what's happening right now. And some of you might relate to this. People's bodies are not healing right now because chronic stress lacks the nervous system in survival. We're all stressed out. We don't know how to get out of stress. We don't know how to manage our nervous system. Inflammation blocks repair. If you're inflamed, you're not gonna repair anything. No tissue, no cells, no organ repair. Inflammation is like the gatekeeper, just block repair. Hormones adapt instead of restore. Like you put your body in the state that it is and you train your body to act the way it is. So what we do, we train our bodies. First, we have to feel safe because your body's like a kid. Like we used to do these things for so many years, the symptoms for so many years, and now you're telling me we need to get rid of the symptoms. Your body is like, what? What is this nervous system? So you tell me I have to sit with myself. Your brain is like, we don't have time for this. This Dr. Jency told me that I have the answers. Your brain is like, no way, she's crazy. She does not know what she's talking about. We need to go to the doctor and just give the doctor our power and let the doctor give us the answers. Now I have a morning routine. And she's for 5 day morning routine. Dr. Genty wants me to spend 30 minutes in the morning on me to fill in my cup first. Your brain is like, we've never done this before. Like, what? No, we don't want to do this. That's the resistance. So the version that you are now, or used to be, with all the symptoms of those fancy diagnoses like autoimmune, SIBO, C4, like Lyme diagnosis, you have trained your body unintentionally to stay like this. So when you step out of this and you're like, I want to heal now, and you try all of the things, but your body's still confused, it's like, I don't understand what we're doing. Why are we taking all these pills? Not working. But you're in a container where it's like, I'm not feeling safe right now. Let me send her a message. Today, I got a phone call with a new patient. I noticed how scared she is, and it is normal. This is scary. Healing the proper way can be very scary, but they don't tell you that. At the beginning, they don't tell you that. So people's bodies are not healing because gut dysfunction prevent absorption. A lot of us are not absorbing because we have Coxsackie, cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr, like the gut dysfunction, gastritis, leaky gut. People's bodies are not healing because detox pathways are overload. Yeah, I'm the queen of detox. I detox 4 times a year. I will die detoxing. But before you get to the 4 times a year, you have to set certain things in motion though. We don't just get up and take the liver kidney thing that Dr. Genty is telling us about and just try it and then come back and say he didn't work. But did you decrease the inflammation? Did you repair cellular energy? Is your sleep optimized? Is your anxiety decreased? That's month number 1. Well, whatever month in CBR. Did you do all that? Nope. I just pick up some product online and I'm detoxing. And then your body's like, help, you're asking us to work. We're already inflamed and tired here. Doesn't work that way. Then, when your body's not healing, we do two things. You see that you blame yourself, you're like, the problem is me, and you're going to victim mode, or the doctor blames you, like you crazy, you need to see a psychiatrist, pop a pill. There's no blaming here because there's a sequence of healing that you didn't know existed because nobody taught you, or probably you didn't hear it on the podcast, you got to heal this certain way. So when I'm in the group with people, they're like, well, Dr. Genty, how come you're not talking about the struggles you're facing with your patients? I'm like, besides people calling me a scam because they want to heal for $500, I have no struggles. So I'm like the star in the group. It's not because I want to be the star, because I have a healing container that is conducive for healing. And these people are just giving people herbs. They are giving people pills. Take supplements. Oh, you have hormone imbalance? Take maca. I mean, take, I don't know, ashwagandha for anxiety. That doesn't work. So it's like you gotta have a container. It doesn't work that way. So most women are trying to heal on top of survival instead of out of it. That's what's happening out there. People are doing what they're supposed to do, but they're just not doing it the right way, the right sequence, the right timing. So I can take a product in total body restoration, like month number 2, and give it to someone that never went to month number 1, that is extremely tired and fatigued, and they're gonna struggle. That's why I don't do detox. People will call me, can we do detox? I'm like, I'm sorry. You have mold, you have environmental toxicity, you have heavy metal toxicity. Like, you asking your cells to purge all this and you're just gonna pop a pill? You're gonna come back and say, Dr. Genty, you sent me to the hospital. So there's a method to my madness. 11 years. I'm telling you. So a lot of people's bodies have been resistant healing because it's been in protection mode. Your body doesn't understand what is going on here. All right, so since we're gonna have people watching this replay, I'm gonna go, before I go further, because after this, I'm gonna show you the total body restoration portal, what's included, and what you, as the current patient, has, and the new cohort that is starting next week we have. But let's talk about who is this program for, because I want to be very sure, specifically with me building a community right now, I want the perfect fit patient. I don't have to be like perfect, like I'm a perfect human, but you have to be a fit for this program, because I have amazing people right now that are killing it, that are vulnerable, that are sharing. I don't want to dampen the mood. So we don't want anybody that's going to come in and not be a good fit. So total body restoration is for people that are exhausted, but they have normal lab works. I'm exhausted, but my labs are normal. It's for patients with chronic inflammation, bloating, or gut instability. It's for people that struggles with hormonal imbalance. I'm talking about weight gain too, right? That's hormonal imbalance. You guys don't look at this, but your insulin is resistant. Insulin is a hormone. Thyroid is a hormone. Not just your estrogen, progesterone, this. No, hormone imbalance is all the hormones. Cortisol is a hormone. Mood swings, like sleep issues, melatonin. This is what I'm talking about. So it's for people that feel stuck trying dieting, supplements, detoxes, and they did not do well. It's for people that have nervous system dysregulation. I want those people in my program. I want to give you the tools and the resources that I use that I don't really disclose, because again, I just told you, my brain was telling me that nobody will care because everybody wants to come to me and they want a pill. They want a pill. Like, Dr. Genty, with supplements I should take. So I'm staying away from that. Yes. Are you going to get supplements? Of course. Like in 2 weeks, I'm going to have a whole lesson, which is new in CBR, where I'm going to talk about the 3 bodies you need to address in this vessel and how we do it in CBR. But more about that. So people that are disciplined, that wants to heal, like they actually getting up and putting in the work. Not people that are complaining, dabbling with quick fixes. I want to take a pill now and feel amazing tonight. Like, what? It's for women who wants to self-direct without guidance, right? Like, you are gonna have the guidance. I'm sorry, it's not for a woman who wants to self-direct. I'm sorry, without guidance, because I want to guide you. Because if you didn't need the guidance, you wouldn't be in CBR. You're here because you need the guidance and the support, right? It's for people who wants to know the root cause and wants to implement root cause healing, not symptoms management. And that involves the anxiety, the depression, the moods too. There's a root cause to all of that. And yes, it is for people that are ready to invest in structured support. So when I say investing, it's not just money, time, energy, investment of time, investment of energy, yes, finances as well. But you have to invest. You got to actually dedicate 30 minutes in the morning for this morning routine thing we're going to go to. When we do the nervous system recalibration, that's 10 days. You got to dedicate 10 days. Now, is that all you're going to do all day long? No, because I understand we are all busy people here. But a few minutes for yourself, that's all you need. So when we go over the challenges as we're doing it, I'm going to talk more about that. It's not one of those programs where you're going to feel overwhelmed. No. Does it have a lot? Yes, it does. But guess what? It's structured. So what does TBR solve for? Because that's another question patients gonna ask, or people that are interested. So TBR solves for fragmented healing. Again, as just I mentioned, patients are trying protocols without structure. It solves for nervous system dysregulation, which is 95% of the population right now. Everybody's anxious, nervous, stress. It solves for chronic inflammation that never fully resolves. It solves for hormone compensation, gut dysfunction, supplement K, taking things without sequencing, don't even know if they're working, if you should be taking them. It solves for people that are scared, panicking, but they know they have to do something. So you being scared and panicking is gonna lead to healing burnout because you're gonna stay the same, and then you're gonna use a lot of brain energy and brain power to stay the same. It's like, I don't know, I want to stay the same. So that's like women are trying to heal with the container that is wrong. So we're not here to create confusion, overwhelm, plateauing, nervous system regression. That's not what TBR is. We talked about that. So it is a 4-month structured healing container. It is not a program. It is not a detox. It is not a course. It is not a supplement protocol. It's a healing container for 4 months. That helps. Now, if you are new, you're not a current patient, so we did include, or we do have the functional medicine testing, that's the Vibrant test, only for new patients. So it has the functional medicine testing, so I know your markers. We also give you a lab script as well in TBR. So the goal is to decrease all the visits that I used to do. And that's where the root cause intensive come into play. So before patient used to find me online, they would schedule an appointment, they would fill like a 9 pages intake form, and then they would upload all a whole bunch of things. And then I would spend an hour studying the case. And then they will come and I will see them. Like that's probably you watching this video right now. That you used to like you went through this process. And then I was like, okay, we can't do anything. Let's just do blood tests, blood work. And I will sell them on the Vibrant, the UN test. I will give them the laptop. And then they'll take 3 weeks to a month. And then they'll come back. I'm like, oh, now we start healing. I cannot do this anymore. Because when we do this, we are delaying progress. Symptoms keep increasing. Even when I do send people the soap note, like first recommendation soap, people don't follow. So now, as I'm doing the root cause intensive, I'm talking to you, and I want you to enroll into TBR. We get started. We do the kitchen clean out, we do the self-care, like you can start healing right away. And then when the results of the testing come, I record it so you can keep it. I record the result and send it over to you, and then we continue on this journey. That's the process now. So not only you saving money, it's fewer office visits, but you start the healing process right away. And that used to be a question people ask me, like, oh, I'm not getting anything today. I'm not healing anything today. I used to tell them no. But regardless whether you do the functional medicine testing now and wait 3 weeks or you do it now and start healing, we're still gonna do the testing. So as I said, I've been working my brain to simplify the process so people can start getting better quicker and faster within 2 weeks or less. Okay, so it's all, I mean, there's nervous system regulation. I said that already. Ongoing medical guidance, like you under my care, and then support, all the monthly things. I'll share that with you when we get there. But it's also a solution for someone that is looking for structured, supported, regulated healing. Someone who doesn't want to DIY, meal peace, or do it on their own because that's pretty lonely. People give up. So how does it work? So this is how TBR works, the process. So 4 months. So first we regulate. Before detox, we regulate before aggressive protocols. We need to stabilize the nervous system. We need to reduce overwhelm. We need to create safety in your body. That is first. Because the dysregulated body cannot heal. I keep talking about this and I said this a zillion times. So what are the programs that inside of the healing container is going to do that? We have the nervous system one. We have programs that is leading to emotional safety practices, stress recalibration. And I have a whole cortisol thing too. So we regulate. And then, again, if you're new, as we're the root cause identification, that's the lab work that we do. When we're looking at your inflammatory markers, the gut markers, the toxic burden, the nutritional depletion, right? So I'm not studying people in protocols without knowing what's going with them. We just, get the test going and then we start healing right away. And then sequence healing, right? So instead of just doing everything at once, doesn't work. We sequence things. Month number 1, energy, inflammation, sleep, anxiety. Month number 1, people will start losing weight. Month number 2, we do the liver, kidney, lymphatic. Month number 3, we all do the gut pathogen cleanse. Now, everything else, the reason why it's 4 months, because we're doing challenges, there are lessons. I'm teaching you how to be your own doctor or how to listen to your body. That takes time. So it is still 3 months you taking this supplement, but it's 4 months because we're doing other things. The nervous system regulation is not a pill. Although we do have something in TBR, I have 2 things in TBR that helps with nervous system that you take on a daily basis. But the 10-day is something that we have to go through together. So that's what enhanced the TBR because I have so many other things, so many tools and resources that I'm providing to you. But we'll go over that too. This is what makes TBR really different. It's the ongoing guidance. You have access to me every single week, Monday to Friday, 9 to 4. And then we meet every month for a lesson. I already have 3 planned. I have so many lessons. I'm the visionary. I know what I want. And that's why the things that I'm doing here cannot be Google because Google is not in my brain. So I know. And these are not nuances things, right? So I have lessons. So we're going to do office hours. So we're going to teach on something and then open it up for questions and then anything else people want to talk about. Like right now, we have a patient. Her name is Josiane. She was talking about how February was challenging for her. So that's a lovely topic for us to talk about. So we're going to have powerful conversation every month. I'm teaching something, and then the other half, 30 minutes, we talk about whatever we need to talk about. You also have access to me in the group. I'm always in the group. I will comment and post every single day if I need to. And then you have access to me in Practice Better where you can send me personalized messages. And I do it this way because I'm documenting. And that's what Skip TBR the cost it is because I'm not seeing people every week. And then you have the follow-up appointments in here to go over after your lab results. So to talk about maintenance or maybe rejoining, like whatever discussion you want to have. And also you have one emergency one-on-one. And I'm calling it emergency. You can use it as whenever you want. So if we're working on a specific thing, specifically for patients that are getting off medications, and I'm winning them off the medications, I want to give them a one-on-one Zoom so we can actually talk about it. And you can use the full hour, or you can break it down to 30 minutes. So it's a lot of ongoing support. And at the end of each supplemental modules, you complete the progress evaluation form. Like at the end of each month, I want to know how your energy improve, the inflammation reduce, like what is happening, what is not happening, and I read it. Even if I don't comment, because sometimes people are doing well, they're like, I'm doing well. I'm like, okay, well, there's no comment. So I'm not gonna create things specifically when you're feeling good. You're like, I'm seeing improvement. We don't want to dampen that. But for any reason, if you feel any concerns, you just send me a message. If it is a symptoms related message that other patients can learn from, I will put that message and I will copy that message that you sent to me one-on-one, like privately, and put it in the group. This has helped a lot of people. A lot of people. At the beginning, when I started to create the community, because we come in community and togetherness and unity, some patients were resistant. They're like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to be in the group. I'm like, well, we are here to help each other. I'm sorry. This is the community I'm building. I want to create a place where people can come and ask questions and feel safe. Whatever discussed in the group stays in the group. And you are supported, you are being loved by other patients that understand your journey, that can see your struggles, your challenges. That's creating space for you. I have wonderful people right now in my group, like wonderful people. So accountability, adjustments, it's in the program. I even give people, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but as a doctor, I can give you temporary leave. So I do whatever I need to do for my patients. Like I have a few people I'm talking to now. I'm like, I would love for you to take a month off or 2 months off so you can focus on healing because you're making a big investment. So what can I do? Because your job is toxic. What can I do where you still get paid a little bit of money? Because the thing is, we want to work to make money. But if we are not healthy, you cannot make money. Like your brain is not gonna find opportunities to help you. So people get it backwards, like I have to go to work. I'm sick, I gotta go to work. I'm gonna make money. I understand we have bills, we have responsibilities. But sometimes when we look at it like this, we have a different perspective and you keep pushing through with the symptoms, life forces you to slow down. And that's when we end up in the hospital because you're like, oh, you have a mass in your abdomen. Now we gotta go do, it's cancer. So it's life saying, hey, we've been talking to you. Your body's saying, we've been talking to you for months now. You're pushing, pushing, pushing. Now here we go. We're going to the hospital because I need you to take that time. So I'm telling you, your health is everything we need to get you the life that you so desire. And I want people to understand that. Most people don't. They see money first and then health after. They go into burnout. That used to be me. That used to be me. And I'm not saying this to judge, to blame, to shame. That used to be me. Working in an emergency room, getting paid a lot of money, being treated like the queen that I am. Like breakfast is waiting for me. I work for Atlantic Health. I work at 95 Madison. I work in a hospital. It's a teaching hospital, magnet hospital. Like they take care of the doctors. They give us a lot of toxic food. I was blessed to have bagels waiting for me every morning. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to eat. I just have to stop by Dunkin' Donuts and get a light and sweet. And then I go there and a muffin is waiting for me, bagels waiting for me. Like, it's beautiful. And then I was getting bloated and tired and sluggish. Like, couldn't go to the bathroom. That's what's happening. But I worked a lot to pay my student loans. I worked because I was a single mother until my body was like, we are not happy right now. Like, my body was like, what is happening? You're not fulfilling your purpose. So I'm just letting you know I'm coming from a place of understanding that money is a tool, is a resource. But if you don't have the health to make all the money you need, we're doing it backwards. So healing is guided, not self-managed. You're not left asking, is this normal? Like a lot of patients will send me messages, is this normal? And I'm like, yeah, it is normal. Specifically when you go on this journey, you feel things, you see things, like, I don't know, right? So when you asking yourself, your brain is like, this is not normal, you quit. You just give up, you're like, oh, I'm not doing this, I quit. But if your healing container is like, I don't know, this doctor gave me this thing, I'm gonna message her. And then I'm like, yeah, it's normal. There's an exchange that has to take place. Drink more water, get more sleep, eat more food. Like decrease those doses, increase those doses. Like that is normal. So the results that people are getting, I'm not saying, hey, it's the best thing ever. This is the truth. So people right now experiencing improved energy, reduced bloating and inflammation, better digestion. I have a patient that told me her belly was flat. Hormone regulation, the cortisol hormones. Somebody in this group, in the current group, is having low PMS. I have a patient yesterday who told me she's having a bleed every month now. And she spent the whole time crying because she said, I didn't know that was normal for me. And she's not even 30 yet, she's 28. She's like, I didn't know that was normal for me. And I'm saying this, I'm emotional because she sat in this room. She's like, oh my God, Dr. Jency, I went years without having a bleed. Every month now she has one. Every month. Because our hormones are regulated. So this program is gonna do what your body needs to be, like what it needs to do for your body. Everybody's different though. The herbs that I give you, and I give Lisa, and I give Nelly, and I give Karen, will act differently because they have different needs at the cellular level. Okay, I have patients right now that are begging not to lose weight. But then I have patients I'm like, I would love to lose another 5 pounds, another 20 pounds. So people have reduced anxiety, mental clarity, brain fog is decreasing, confidence in the bodies again. That's what we are seeing. But deeper than that, they are experiencing less confusion, less overwhelm, more trust in the bodies and in also in medicine again. A regulated nervous system, even if they don't know it, because when people send me messages, I'm like, okay, don't be panicked. No, that's okay. Don't be stressed. I try not to. It's me talking to the nervous system. They are experiencing momentum because they can feel the difference now. So again, TBR is not a program anymore. It is a structured, sequence supported medical comprehensive container. That's what it is. Now, before I go show you guys exactly behind the scenes, I want to also address a few fear because I have been talking to people about this, and I have four major ones I think I remember I'm going to discuss with you because you might be thinking the same thing. Okay, specifically if you're hesitant, you're like, I don't know, I never spend that much money on myself. Oh, I already spent with you, Dr. Genty. Why would I need to spend more? Because healing is not something you do for 3 months. It's not something you do for 6 months. I just told you I've been doing this for 11 years. And yes, I do not own these things. I paid for the stuff that I do. The IVs, yes, I discounted rate. I'm being honest with you, but I paid because I do a lot of IVs. My team does a lot of IVs. That's why we don't take pills. We're always present for our patients. But if you take all the IVs that I do and I put it together, similar to how much you guys are paying for one or two. But again, those products are not mine. I did not create them. I mean, I purchased them and prices are going up. So fear number one, what if this doesn't work for me? Right? Like people think they have unique life situation, unique symptoms, when in fact it's not. A bloating is a bloating. The severity of the bloating might be different. Fatigue is fatigue. You can have fibromyalgia, have fatigue. You can have autoimmune, lupus, MS, you have fatigue. You can have cancer, you have fatigue. You can have SIBO, you have fatigue. Like fatigue is fatigue. So, but it is a fair question, specifically when you're going on this journey. You want to know if will this work for me? But the honest answer is no one heals without participation. So I show up for my people, but I cannot magically do this and then they heal. You have to show up. You have to show up. You have to be present. You have to show up. This is your house. So I give you the tools and the resources. I created the container for you because this is my gem. I went to school for that. You collapse in time and I wish somebody give me this. So I give it to you. But you really have to show up. So if this will work for you, the answer is yes, because you have worked with so many people. We got so many Google reviews. We have so many patients that will be more than willing to talk to you. And I don't pay them to tell you the words. They are gonna tell you. I never pay anybody. I ask, I'm like, please, can you help us? Because it's gonna help somebody else. And I attract like-minded people, love and care an individual who wants to collectively see the world. They want to see the world better. Because when we are better collectively, we go far. If I'm over here, I'm like, I have the perfect health, which I don't. I'm always working on it. So how is the world advancing? We're not evolving because I'm selfishly keeping everything to myself and not sharing. And I could have shared a word of advice to you. I'm like, hey, this is what happens to me. This is how, the symptoms it's a work in progress. So yes, this will work for you. If you show up, you're ready to do the work, and you raise your hands, you participate, you ask questions. When you feel the resistance, you don't just close, like, go in the corner and like, oh my God, I'm scared. Because people that take actions, they're all scared. Oh, we have to be uncomfortable. That's where growth happens. I'm always uncomfortable in my life, and I'm always the better person in my life because I put myself to an uncomfortable situation. So the second fear is that I've already spent so much money. That's a big one. But I want you to hear this though with compassion. The money you've already spent didn't fail you, right? It's either you want, if you're in TBR, 3 months is not enough. I'm just going to tell you that. There's no way we can be realistic where we're going to think we can heal all these issues in 3 months. But again, if this is not, if you don't find in your heart to continue for the 4 months, that's okay, but you need to do something. Okay? But if you've never done TBR and you spend so much money with other people, other programs, supplements, holistic, whatever, the money you've already spent didn't fail you. It just wasn't part of the complete system. The most expensive thing is staying stuck emotionally, physically, and mentally. That's expensive. That takes you out of the game. When you feel stuck, you take no action. You wake up every day with the same thing and you're hoping and praying it work. No, that takes something to your nervous system, your brain. You become, I don't know about you. I become anxious. I'm like, I need to feel better. I need to look less pregnant. My body image was tanking. I'm like, I can't date. I was single at that time. can't date looking like this. Like every clothes I wear, I have a little pouch. Like what's happening? So the next one is I'm scared. I want to stay consistent. I know. I know. So that's why we have a structured way. And that's why I created TBR. Consistency is not a personality trait, right? It's a nervous system outcome. So if you're in a group of healing, a healing container, everybody's doing things, like subconsciously you're gonna participate. Because you're like, oh my God, look at Lisa taking action. She's doing the kitchen, the pantry, kitchen clean out. Look at this. Like they are sharing. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do something. Because these people are taking action, it feels good. That's why they said misery lacks company. If you're in a group of people, they are miserable, you're gonna feel miserable. If you're in a group of people, they are motivating themselves, they are showing up, they are asking questions, guess what? You're gonna feel the same way too. So because we do challenges in the group and we schedule our challenges, you know exactly what to do, when to do, and that's not a lot of work. And you can spend 30 minutes every day on yourself. You deserve it. That's not being selfish. The better you, it's better for everybody around you. So that's why we need a stronger container and not another thing. So investment part, let's talk about investment. And then I'm gonna show you the portal. And I've been using these people as example because they do have a program that is way more than I charge in TBR. And I want to show you what is normal for functional medicine doctors to charge. And it's not just me, you can Google it. You can Google how much does functional medicine doctor cost. The minimum 30-minute consultation is $300. And then a program is anywhere from 10,000 and up. But that program doesn't have any accessibility to the doctor. You just get handed a meal plan, a diet, maybe a touch point somewhere there, and that's it. Because that's what I'm in the group with functional medicine doctors, that's what they're doing. So the investment. So I want to be transparent and honest because I don't want you, when Marilyn dropped the link for you to go and have sticker shots. The full investment for new patients in TBR is $10,000. And yes, it is so underpriced for the amount of work that we're going to be doing and the access you have to me. Okay, it's peace of mind. So this includes, again, you can go on the page. The lab itself went up. Vibrant, it went up. It's like almost $600. I'm like, what? It's just the follow-ups, the protocols, the meal plans, like everything is like the support, the accessibility, medical guidance, the monthly lessons, the office hours is a lot. That's the price. If you are a returning patient, you can reach out to Marilyn and she has a special pricing for you because you already invested. Programs like TBR, not even close to TBR because I can't find any program like this, is $25,000. And that is the truth. You can Google it. If you find a program that's like $500, trust me, you are not getting a full, complete healing process. You're getting supplements, a meal plan, and maybe a course or something, and that's $500. So you're on your own. You are left to figure it out on your own. If you want to speak to the doctor, you have to schedule an appointment. $675 or $375. Again, I'm not putting those numbers out of the air. I did my research. This is my profession. This is my field. I know. So what I see again and again is not perfection, right? I see women who finally feel safe enough to heal. The sleeps improve, digestion improve, energy stabilize. It's not because they try harder in TBR. No, my patients don't try harder. It's because the pressure came off. They feel safe. They're like, okay, I have somebody on my side. Healing becomes possible for them. Okay? So I want to say this. And then we're going to go to the price and then we're gonna go to the portal because you guys want to see. If you're watching this or listening to this on the podcast, I would highly encourage you going to over the YouTube video to watch the full thing. And you can fast forward it to an hour to watch the portal when I go over the portal. Okay, so I want to say this to you. You don't need to feel confident to join TBR or heal your body. You don't need to feel fearless. Like you're gonna have fear, you're gonna be scared. If you don't, that's great. But majority of people will have fear. And you might even have buyer's remorse after you join, you're like, oh my God. Or your spouse is probably gonna tell you, this is a lot of money. Why did you do that? You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't. That's my job. That's what we do together. We're gonna figure it out. You just need the right container Total body restoration exists for people that are done doing it alone. Healing cannot happen alone in 2026, 2025, and beyond because your body will not understand what is happening. You will need to be safe. Okay? Trust the timing, really, and don't confuse fear with intuition. A lot of people, it's your intuition. They're like, oh, I'm fearful. No, it's your intuition saying we need to be uncomfortable. Do this. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say. Now, I am going to show you all what is the normal price for functional medicine doctor. And if you, this is your first time watching this, which is not because I love those people. Okay, this is a place in Philadelphia. Again, I'm in the container. I know what's happening over there. But what I love about them is that they truly care about the patients and they take the time and energy to create customized protocol for you. And they will just like email you the protocol. But as you can see, and I'm showing this because if you, they have a protocol that is behind the scene that's like 25K. That's not listed here. But by you looking at this appointment, you're like, wow, 675 for 1 hour with the nurse practitioner. And then if you really want to see the medical doctor, get ready to spend close to $1,000 for an hour and 30 minutes. And you need to put a $300 deposit when you schedule time, when you schedule this appointment. A follow-up appointment is $325 for 30 minutes and $625 for 1 hour. I'm telling you all, us here, Wellness Corner NJ is the most cost-effective program, office visit, medical IV therapy I know of. I'm not saying this again. I'm not here to convince you. I'm giving you all the information. You can Google functional, how much does functional medicine cost? And if you see a price that is lower than that, question it. What's included? Is it really functional medicine? Is it holistic, doctor? There's a difference. There's a big difference between functional medicine and holistic. That's another talk. So you can see this. And for them, because the programs they have doesn't include supplements, they can give you 1 to 3 supplements for $150 per month. But again, they put this on the site. This amount may fluctuate. So you might be spending a lot just for supplements and a meal plan. And yes, you pay in full at the time of appointment. They don't take insurance. This is functional medicine. And they are busy over there in Philadelphia. Philadelphia has a lower cost of living there, but yet this practice is really helping people and they do it a different way than we do here. Again, as I mentioned, I always want to create a program for me, a healing container for me. So you can, when you like, you get access, you don't have access to these people Monday to Friday. You don't have access to the nurse practice. No, I think they have a health coach there, but that's about it. So if you are looking for another office, which I already talked to a few patients about this, I'll do this because I don't know any functional medicine or holistic medicine doctor that's doing more than just giving people pills and a diet. They also do a lot of events, which I love, to educate you. So they do a lot of things. This is them. Okay, so this is an option. All right, so let's look at behind the scenes. Are you guys ready? Ooh, I gotta sign in. What is happening? Okay, so this is what you've been waiting for. This is behind the scenes of the new Total Body Restoration 120 days. Now, there are so many things that are on draft here, so I'm just gonna show it like this. If you new to TBR, you join TBR, you might not have access. There are 38 modules that are in draft. The 3 month TBR do not have access to. That's just a thing. So we do have challenges. Again, we have challenges that we keep. So the kitchen clean out challenge you do on your own because it's kitchen clean out. Health starts in the kitchen. One thing you guys have to know, my goal for my patients is to use food as medicine. Just like I don't like people on medications forever, I don't like people on supplements forever. So when you join TBR, you're going to see a lot of food, 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 food. The 10-day self-care, we are revamping that one as well. So we're going to do that as a challenge because I find it to be more effective when we do things together, specifically for people that are busy That kind of help them slow down and help them stay committed. Because if you're busy, like, oh yeah, I'll do this later, and then later happens and you forgot to work on your house. So we do this as a challenge. I have a 10-day healthy habit challenge. Like these are the things that you need to do. This is for busy people. I also have a 3-day bio that we're gonna do every 2 months to reset, specifically with the summer coming up. We're all gonna go out to weddings, to communions, to baptism, to whatever. We're gonna eat the cake. And I tell people life is still happening when you're here. So we need to have a reset system. This is my reset system that I created. Everything you see here, my friend, I created really. And then of course, we have meal plans, which are adding. We're giving you guys another batch of meal plans. I used to have a program called the Gut Decluttering. I think that has what, 60 something or 20 something. So there's more options for month number 3. So there's a lot of stuff here. I have a document for people who wants to gain weight, people who wants to lose weight. And then you have all the replays here. And then when we do our lessons, we're gonna post it here. I have replays from old times because I want to show you this is not a new program. Is it better? Yes, but it's not a new program. So I am adding the lessons we have here. Our first welcome call is next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for those that are joining us, where we're going to talk about exactly how we're going to process TBR and ask any questions, like things I didn't go over here, we're going to go over there and just show you exactly how I am going to support you, how we're going to finish this, we're going to do this 4 months strong. And then our first lesson is the 3-body concept for healing, where we're talking about the emotional, mental, and physical. Most people want to heal the physical body. No, it's not gonna happen. So I'm adding this. I have like so many lessons. I'm like, oh my God, how do I put them in here? I have one on identity because you have to become a different person to see long-lasting results. The Dr. Genty you guys are meeting today is not the Dr. Genty I was on my journey. I used to be single. Now I'm a mama. So that's a different identity. So I'm gonna talk to you the identity you need. That's gonna create long-lasting results. These are things doctors are not talking about. And these are things you have to hire a special coach and pay them $5,000. Okay? Identity coach, a burnout coach, a nervous system coach. And I'm including all this in here because I work with those coaches. I have a manifestation coach. I have a business coach. I have a clinic coach. I have like 3 coaches right now that are supporting me. And I invest a lot on me and my brain, my business. That's why I'm able to come in here. But the thing that I am most proud of is the new program about the 10-day nervous system reset. I am so excited for this. This right now, this is everything. This is everything. And I want to do this challenge twice in the 4 months. Because you guys have to understand, you can do something once and not retain it. Remember, we are embodying it. So many of you guys that are coming back into TBR, you might be saying, well, Dr. Genty, I did this already. But yeah, let it stick. Did you fully embody it? Repetition is key, right? Repetition is key. So we don't take a supplement one a day. I'm like, I'm done. We don't take the medication only one day. And I'm like, I did it already. We don't meal prep one day out of the whole year. And I'm like, I did it already. So when you do things and repeat, it stays in your mind. You remember it, you embody it. So I have 3 new things in here. I have the nervous system reset, and I also have the 5-day morning setting system. So which is I'm changing it. And the 5-day starts the night before. And I was talking to Mel and Nicole about that when we were doing our Monday meeting. I'm like, I thought people were doing this. Until I started talking to patients. I'm like, what do you do in the morning? Oh, I get up and I go to work. I'm like, what? You don't reset? Like everything I do starts the night before. And I'm gonna show you guys behind the scenes what I do. And it's 30 minutes really. Because I take care of my children in the morning. My mother's 67. And my fiance is on the road. He owns his own business. So it's me. I take care of my daughter. I drop off my son. I do the things in the morning because it's too much on my mother. And when my daughter comes, she takes care of the kids. when they come from school. But I'm able to get up in the morning and do all the things that I need to do in 30 minutes. I read for 5 to 10 minutes and I sit with myself. I do all of the things I'm going to show you. Now, this morning is very simple. Again, we don't want to complicate. So we're going to do challenges. Another thing that I'm going to include, Marilyn is going to put in there, it's a 10-day nervous system calming meal. Did you know for you to control your nervous system, you have to eat a certain way? And yes, there's no grain, no dairy, no nuts, no beef, no processed food. We don't do that at the wellness. So I literally sat down. I'm like, what did I eat? What am I doing to help my nervous system? Because when you eat those foods, the allergens activate your nervous system. That's what we call food sensitivities, allergies, anxieties, whatever. And I also have a nervous system nutrition. I have new meal plans for you all and also the science behind it. Because my goal is when you are moving on about your life, you're going to know why. Ground turkey, zucchini, olive oil, fresh herbs, what does it do for your nervous system and also your cortisol? You want to know why? Because we're using food as medicine. Okay? So, yes, we're going to take the herbs, we're going to take the pills, but the goal is to use food as medicine. And I have smoothies here. I mean, there's so many smoothies. I have lunch options, dinner options, and then we have a cortisol meal timing strategy. Cortisol meal timing strategy for those of you that are stressed. Now, these are just tools and resources you have access to. But of course, we're going to talk about it. Again, this is not to overwhelm you, it's to give you what you need, and you're going to use it when you need it. But a lot of my patients are stressed out. So I'm going to give you the principles of managing your cortisol without popping a pill. That's why I tell patients we use a protein shake every day. 20 to 35 grams of protein. That's the Jerry, that's the Power Pack protein. So that's because I manage my cortisol. I do intermittent fasting because I manage my cortisol. I go to the gym every day. Well, 6 days. So this is for those people. They're like, I don't know. Because I have a few patients that I'm going to decrease, remove them, stop them, psychotropic, anxiety medication. So we're going to start this. No random snacking. You guys should know me by now. I don't like snacking. Snacking is not a meal. Right? Like we don't do that. We eat food, we eat real food, but we all want to stack. So that's that. And then I have a food symptoms-based food swaps for whatever symptoms you're faced with. Anxiety, this is the food you should be eating. If you have anxiety, you have racing thoughts, these are the things you need to avoid. We don't do cold smoothies, we don't do raw vegetables, we don't do fruit alone. We do warm meals. We do the bone broth, the chicken soup. We do this. And I'll give you some examples. But out of everything, this is the one I want to do a masterclass on. Food pairing. I realize the reason why when I eat food, I don't look bloated, I don't have stomach distension because I pair my food. And that is something I never talk to anybody about. I can eat food and I still have a flat belly. So this is gonna be one of the lessons that I'm gonna teach. Okay? Because it's not just what you eat, it's how much digestive competition is happening in your gut. And if you face stress, in a female, you have hormones, you need to make sure that you are catering to your gut. So this is going to be a lesson because I want to go over each one. So I have like my little documents here. Again, this is not something you can run on Google. This is like my life's work that I'm bringing to the table. But this, my friend, the food pairing thing is my secret sauce. But no longer a secret. Because a lot of time people will eat, they're like, oh, I look up, like you can see the distinction because they are not pairing the foods properly. So I'm going to tell you the science behind it. I'm going to tell you the core principles of what happened so you can understand this is not just something I just pull out somewhere. And I'm also going to tell you how to pair your food. Like for example, you see on the screen salmon with sweet potatoes. So if you're eating salmon, you want to have with vegetable. So that's the food pairing. So I have that here. So that's going to be a lesson, and then we're going to talk about it. So this is TBR in a nutshell. So as you can see, a lot is happening. Yes, we are going to do the 3 months. You are going to get the supplements. I added something for sleep. I'm giving people a full bottle of Formula 13, which is my stress anxiety thing. I'm actually giving samples of inflammation because there's a lot of supplements. So we're doing samples for inflammation so we can work on the inflammation the first month. As I mentioned, and it's draft because I'm redoing the modules I'm adding. So current patients don't have access to this, but we're working on energy, inflammation, sleep, anxiety, nervous system. Month number 2 is the lymphatic system elimination process. Month number 3 is the pathogen cleanse. And my goal, and I have a few seminars that I'm attending, one in New York, the 19th, is to find a peptide for inflammation because peptide is the thing right now. I used to use peptide in my practice a long time ago, and then the FDA closed down the supplier, and I haven't had to be able to find peptide. So peptide for energy, peptide for brain fog, peptide for hair. So I'm like my mission, and this gonna keep changing, and I have the right to change it to make it better. Not to change it to give you more work, to change it to make it better. So we're gonna restructure all this. This is a lot. This is 62, 62 modules, but it's a lot. But again, we're gonna structure. When we do the 10-day nervous system reset, it's 10-day nervous system reset. 2 weeks, we all do it together. And we show up, we participate, like we do the things, and then we are working on it, like we are sharing all of the things. When we do the 5-day morning state, 5-day morning state. So everything has its purpose. So although there's a lot here, but you're not doing all this every day, every month. That's the sequencing, the organization piece. Okay, so this is the new TBR. And of course, I included the follow-up visit and the emergency visit that you use whenever you want within the 4 months. You have one call with me, an hour with me, just you and I, and practice better. And you get to use it for whatever you want. If you are getting off your medications, use it for that. If there are things happen in your life, you don't use it for that, like you get to use it. This wasn't part of the TBR before. And then the monthly office hours and lessons, and it's monthly because I know, because I'm in the group every day, people might not need more than that. And I don't want to dedicate a whole 30 minutes out of my schedule to show up in Zoom and for people to not show up. So that's why I'm teaching a lesson the first 30 minutes, and then whoever stays, whoever comes can actually ask questions. So this is it. This is a monster. I hope you guys can see this. So I'm gonna stop sharing and we're gonna close this so that I can ask any questions if you have any questions. But right now you have 3 paths, right? You can just do nothing, right? You can continue on this journey, or if you feel called, you can join us in TBR. But if you're like, well, I don't know, I still need to talk to you, Dr. Jency, then you can schedule with Cause and Intensive, which is $397. If you do it before TBR opens, then you can get into TBR because we're gonna have our first call on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And it's at 6 p.m. so people can join. So again, at the end of the day, I know you're a powerful human being. You're gonna definitely honor your body, honor your symptoms, honor the phase and the stage that you're in now, and not feel pressure to do anything. But know that these are your 3 options. Do nothing, continue wherever you are, or schedule with Cause, which is a focused one-on-one medical session with me where we do a deep dive into your specific health picture. We review your symptoms, history, and patterns. We connect the dots between what you're experiencing, what's likely driving your symptoms, and then you leave with clarity, not guesses, and then we talk about the next steps. I'm going to ask Marilyn to drop the links in the group. But I want to say something, Willie, as we are closing this. Neither of these options is right or wrong. You're not doing anything right, you're not doing anything wrong. What matters is that you don't have to live life the way you live life now, and you can make a decision. Begin to honor your body, your symptoms, the season of life that you're in. Because I want you to have clarity. I want you to see how this healing journey can be so simple if you allow it to, and receive the guidance that you are meant to receive, right? So, Marilyn's gonna drop the links. If you're watching the replay, you can definitely send us a message. We can email you the link for both programs so that you can choose the steps that is the best for you. Okay? And hopefully it's TBR because again, we start next week, February 17th at 6 p.m. But even if you decide to join TBR after, you're still welcome. You just have to catch us where we are in the process and the phase that we are in. All right. That's it. Let's see. I know it's only 4 of us here. Yeah. People are going to watch the replay. People are going to have questions. But if you have any questions, any confusion, put it in the chat. If you don't have any questions, then I did a good job. A for effort and A for great job. Lisa said, this looks exciting. I know. This sounds good. Yes, Nelly. I tell you, this program is amazing. And I will never stop promoting it because people need this. People need this more than ever. And if I can find a program that delivers something like this, I mean, like the world would be so much better. People will experience so many less symptoms, and it's just like the nervous system will be managed and regulated, the stress will be less, like it's just we'll be in a different place right now. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll see you, Lisa, next week. Nelly, if you choose to join us, I'll see you next week. And all the people that are watching the replay, see you guys next week. And again, any questions, send them my way. Any confusion, anything at all. Do not stay with the confusion or the concern. Just send us all the questions. We'll be more than happy to answer. Until then, if you're watching, again, if you listen to this on the podcast, you should really head over to YouTube where you can see the screen sharing portion of it. All right. Bye. Good night.